Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. Yes, as you see, it's the filter again. I just love it. It just reminds me of the sky, as above, so below. So, even though I'm right here, I can still feel like I'm up there. All right. Okay, so look what I want to do today. It's going to be a talk, then it's going to be like a talk, share, and then pull some cards. First of all, check the shirt out. Kind people are my kind of people. Because, for real. How hard is it to be kind? How much does it cost to be kind? Nothing, right? And how beautiful is it to be kind? You never know what's going on in someone's mind. A stranger that walks by. You might see them putting on a smile, but you don't know what's beneath that smile. And then they might not even be smiling. You don't know what's going on here. So always be kind. Now, I'm not saying if somebody's treating you like that, you be kind, but you just wish them healing. Remember, we don't clean dirt with dirt. So we don't match energy. We rise above it. Anyway, that's separate to the sharing. I was just looking at my shirt and I wanted to point that out. But, so as I was getting myself together for the weekend, I was listening to music. Now, I am you know how people are foodies, where they want to go to all these restaurants? Well, that's how I am with music. I love all genres. Like, let's say you didn't know me and you found my playlist. Let's say it was iPod, because if you found my phone, you would see me. So let's go back to iPods. So you don't know who I am, what I look like, anything about me, but my playlist. You would be so confused. You wouldn't know what to expect, because when I say I will go from Lil Wayne, Patsy Cline, Metallica, Pearl Jam, let's see, George Strait, and I'm talking boom, 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 DJ Screw. And then we can go to some Marilyn Manson. Like, for real, when I say I just love music, I love music. All genres. Now, I do pay attention to what I listen to now more than I did back then, because, if you know, you know. But with that being said, I was jamming my little music. So the song, if you don't know it, some of y'all, I'm sure most of you know it. But if you don't, go look it up. The Passengers, Let Her Go. You know how he's the whole song is about comparing, knowing you don't even know you want something until you have. I could have swore I heard something saying something. You don't even, whoever's in here, hello. You don't know you want something until you have something that's polar opposite. Like you said, you only need the light when it's burning low. You only want the sun when it starts to snow. You only know you love her when you let her go. Right? That so explains the human experience. So the reason I wanted to quote that, and the reason I wanted to talk about that, is so that when we are in those times. Of course, when we're in the joy, it's not like we're like, oh, I don't want to be in here. So the joy, yeah. When you're on that side of it, the spectrum, you already know. Feel it. Don't hold on to it, though. Enjoy it and let it go. Remember, that's fast energy. It's going to go anyway. We're not supposed to hold on to anything. Law of detachment. Let it run through the chakras and out the body. And that's what fast energy, high energy does, which is joy, love, gratitude, all that. Now, when you're in the opposite of the spectrum, the pain, the anger, the hurt, the guilt, the shame, the blame, there's so many I can name, right? When you're in that, remind yourself, the only reason I'm feeling this is because I know the opposite of it. So then when you realize that, you're like, oh, okay, so what is the opposite? And what makes me feel the opposite? That's a way. So what I'm trying to tell you is use this as a tool. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm just saying I'm planting, I remember I told you I'm an activator, so I'm planting that seed, because you might be like, I'm not even going to remember that, because you might be 2 weeks of all joy, good, gratitude, and then something happens, and you're like, I'm not going to remember that, but yeah, you will, because I'm planting a seed. So regardless if you're consciously hearing it now, and it might go out, but the subconscious, it's going to be embedded in there. Oh, believe that. So when you get that, when you're in that zone on the opposite, when you're on the pain side, the hurt side, remember, oh, I feel this. Also, be thankful for feeling, right? That's what we came here to do. The human experience was meant to, it's an experience. So you have to experience it all. And remember, you can't know one without knowing the other. So it has to be that duality. The good thing is you don't have to stay in it. Let it come in, feel it. Don't suppress it. Feel it like you would feel joy, love, all that. Let it run its course. If you gotta cry, cry. If you want to scream, scream. If you need to throw something, throw something. If you need to punch something, punch something. I prefer you punch a pillow. That way you don't hurt yourself versus destroy any of your property. But it's up to you. That's your choice. So yes, there's other ways to get emotions out. So feel them and then do what you need to do to heal them, which would be letting it out the body. So fire signs, your thing will probably be working out. That's good for fire signs. Air signs, you need to talk it out, write it out, journal. Earth, you probably want to clean, or work, focus on a project, something. Water signs, we gotta cry. I'm rising Cancer, and we gotta cry it out. We gotta feel it. We gotta go take us a bath. We need to go in the rain. Water. That is healing. Water is healing for any sign, but for sure for my water signs. So I wanted to share that with you, just in case when you get in those moments. Just like I like to share techniques and tools that I've used for my journey, and then to understand yourself, because like I say, some techniques might not work. So that's what's beautiful about understanding your chart. So if you don't know your birth chart, and if you're like, look, I'm not even into that, I don't believe in astrology. First of all, astrology is a science, so it's not a religion. You don't have to believe in it. It's there. It's as above. It's been there for thousands, millions of years. So if you want to understand yourself, astrology is one way, numerology is a way as well. And this is just about knowing thyself, because that is the key. Don't worry about figuring somebody else out. Once you figure yourself out, then you'll be discerning. Now it is good. Like me, I know all my children's chart by heart. I know my grandchildren's chart. Everybody I meet, I'm like, oh, what time you were born? But, because that way Mercury, right? I like to understand how people's mind work, because then you see, oh, well, they don't think like me, so maybe I can relate in a different way. Like I would be a great human resource person, because before hiring, I would do their natal chart and see which department they belong in by looking at their Mercury and look at the moon sign. You want to know, like if you have a partner and you're like, man, I don't understand their emotion. Like sometimes one day they're like this, I don't get it. Or you might be y'all moon signs, like one of y'all might have a air moon, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you want to talk your feelings out. Let's talk. We need to communicate. And your person might have a water or earth. And they're like, I don't feel like talking right now. I need to go process mine. And they process differently. Just like we have different love languages, we have different ways of processing our emotions. So it's good to know your children. For one, like if I would have known my children's growing up, oh my God, the stuff it would have solved and helped. But that wasn't the purpose. That wasn't my timing. My timing is to know it now. And now I can help them now, but also help them with with my grandchildren, and then help others as well, right? Like, I want to know, even my friends, I like to know their charts, because then I know whenever something goes on, how they're feeling, what they need in that moment that they're going through the emotions. So that's something just good to know. It's not no woo-woo stuff. It's science, and it's actually a beautiful thing. Discovering yourself and other people. So let's see. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to check the subconscious energy of the collective, of my collective people, right? My community. Now, when I say collective, you ever hear me say community? I'm talking about y'all. Or you hear me say collective? I mean, I'm talking about y'all. Y'all are my community. Because my subconscious card I got, and I always use my crystal deck, I got obsidian. And it literally says, protect your soul. And remember, I told you the last couple of days how I've been very emotional, crying like crazy because I had that guilt still down in there. And it talks about it on that card. It says, get rid of either toxic people in your life, or negative people, or negative patterns. Well, that was a negative pattern, was me holding that guilt. Let's see. I just split the deck. Ooh, okay. So we have garnet. It's either garnet or garnet, whatever. It's beautiful, though. It says, who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting, sexual beings who aren't sexing. So this is definitely connected to the sacral chakra. It says when to use it. When you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of a life. Let me finish. I'm going to reread that. When to use it. When you feel like the real you is getting lost in the sometimes shallow, often materialistic priorities of likes-driven culture. It says, get into your depth. If that ain't a collective message, I don't know what is. Your subconscious is saying, quit worrying about getting validation from people. Stop looking and comparing yourself to, oh, well, they have this many people, or their life looks so great. First of all, social media, you only see a piece of the people's life while the camera's on. You don't know what's really going on. And that's the reason why I wanted to start my little sharing thing too. So you know that I'm not just this, everything's beautiful. No, I feels it too. Trust me, I go through it. My life is not all this, I've done healed it and everything is good. First of all, we never stop healing. We never stop learning. The day you stop learning, the day you stop living. We're eternal students and teachers. So on that note, let's get an oracle message real quick. Yeah, but that's why I've started this series. Ooh, hello. Get the brooms out, boo. Clean it up. What needs to be cleaned up? Because this can be physical, and as within, so without. So if you look around and your external looks, that means up here, need to clear the clutter. This would be equivalent to the frog spirit, which means clear the clutter. Clutter here, also the emotional body. What needs to be cleaned up in your life? It is springtime too, so some of y'all doing spring cleaning. I know I've been. So what is it? Take a look at your life right now and be like, first of all, take a look inside. That's what I mean by your life. You are your life. Everyone is just a mirror, right? And our outer reflects our inner. So clean it up. Yeah, look at that. 7 of Swords. So this could be like self-deception, right? Usually, but right now, because we're talking about the self. Now, 2 things, 2 ways, put it in your situation. Some of you, this is the people in your life that are like this. This is manipulation. and they're like narcissistic, just vampire. Okay, so Lord, this is getting longer than I thought, but whatever. Like I say, the message has got to get out. This is like energy vampire people. This is people, look how they're like, this is like the thieving card. So some of you have people like this in your life, and you need to clean it up, get them out your life. Some of you, this is your own thoughts. This is your Neptune goggles you got on, and you're like, oh, everything's fine, everything's good. Oh, that person, but they've been in my life for so long. No, he really does love me. He just, that's a love punch. I'm just being, giving an example and being sarcastic at the same time. But seriously, take the Neptune goggles off, see reality for what it is. Check your own mind, and also, because if your own mind's cluttered, then you're not seeing you're cluttered. So you're not seeing people clearly either in your life, right? All right, let's see what your challenge is. Two of Cups. Two of Cups to me in this situation, because it's a challenge, Two of Cups is you not balancing the ego and the soul, the masculine and the feminine. So you're either staying way too feminine or way too masculine. You're not balanced. That's your challenge. But it's also relationships. That's your challenge, because you're used to this. So when you're used to this toxic. So some of you you're like, you've already cleaned that up. And you're like, no, I found the real. I want the real, or waiting for it, right? But others of you, you're used to this toxic. So when you do get something that's like this, something that feels like home and it's calm, you call it boring. Because it's not drama filled and all this chaos. Because you mistake that for true love. Oh, we just got great chemistry and it's just soul ties. No, it's toxic. Admit what it is and clean it up. And then work on you. Yeah, look at that. Nurture yourself. Be the empress, the embodiment of all four queens, the yin. That's what it could be. Some of you could be more in your masculine. You need to get in that feminine work. You could have like a wounded feminine wound, right? Put in your situation. We're going to get a action and advice. Ooh. Start again. The Fool card. Brand new day. Take a leap. Take a leap. And take a leap does not mean it has to be some big adventure. Take a leap mean do something different. Finally. All right, beautiful souls. This is getting so long, but hey. So the leap of faith, like I said, could be you taking the Neptune goggles off, looking at your life, seeing your life for the first time, how it really is, right? Bottom of the deck was the Hangman. See how he's upside down? This is literally about seeing the world through the eyes of your soul. See how he's upside down? Imagine how the world would be if you were upside down. This is from a different perspective, a higher perspective, your soul's perspective. That is what is being asked of you. And what will be the outcome if they do it? There it is. I don't want to say win the battle, not the battle against people, win the inner battle. Because this does look like, oh, she got a battle. But notice, there's nobody around her. It's just her. You will win that inner battle. You know, the one you need to clean up. The one that's cluttered up here or in the emotional body. That's what you'll be winning. And then you'll feel good. Look at this. Feeling like a kid again. But also that's healing stuff from childhood. That is beautiful. All right, I've already got the closing out card because I wanted this to be the last little clip. So Orion came out, not guardian angel, archangel. It says manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. Unwavering faith. Do you have faith? Is it unwavering? Not just, oh yeah, I believe, I have faith, and then you doubt it. No, unwavering, that means you surrender. You're like, I'm good. I'm divinely guided, protected. All is always well. All is always well. If you have unwavering faith, type all is always well. And I'm going to either put the message to this. Yeah, you already know what cleanup is. So I'm going to put the message to this on the thing. And I might put this one in the comment section just so you know. All right, beautiful souls. I hope this helped uplift, till inspire. Till next time. Love and light.